Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm ChosenEyes, professional psychic medium who also happens to be a doctor by credential, on a mission to train the next generation of unlikely healers. Every week I offer something called a Monday morning mantra, as well as ending the week with something called a Friday fluck up. And so this week I'm trying something different because I feel like the two kind of carry over into one another. So in my effort to humanize expert culture, I'm offering these two freebies, and this week's is for the fluck up. It would be, I forgot to achieve on my own terms. And so for this week's Monday morning mantra, I want to start this week off with, I choose to achieve on my own terms. Why are we talking about this? Well, sometimes we get so caught up in not only expert culture, but the need to compete, right? Rather than to savor and to take things in. When you actually allow yourself to have a moment to retreat, to pull back, and to really ask yourself, why am I doing this? To plug into your why. You start finding that not only are you achieving, or are you moving forward in a way that seems a bit more dynamic and you feel that you're actually having progress with something, you also go out of your way to enjoy the process, to enjoy the journey. It's hard to enjoy the journey when you're on this slog, having to do something on somebody else's terms, following someone else's rubric. And don't get me wrong, sometimes we have to learn the rules in order to break them responsibly. However, there's got to be some part of you that's on this path, right? If you're allowing others to live vicariously through you because it was a great idea, it sounded like a great idea, and maybe they're wanting this for you more than you want it for yourself, maybe time to reevaluate and re-examine why you're doing something. Or, more importantly, why these people have so much sway in your life. I get it. Sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's people who mean you well. But sometimes you got to mean yourself a little bit more well than what they're offering, right? And sometimes somebody can want something so badly for you because their idea of what they want for you is what they want for you. It's not really taking into account what it is that you need. So, that being said, ask yourself, what does it mean to achieve? How do you know when you have actually hit that mile marker or that pinnacle that you're looking for? Is there one? Are there multiple? There are no wrong ways to look at this, right? There's no right or wrong. There's no perfect way to analyze this. This is something that you got to go through within yourself, and you have to be honest. Honesty is the key to answering this question. When you can actually sit back and achieve on your terms, meaning maybe it's not a house that you acquire, maybe it's a condo, maybe it's one of those Airstreams that are tricked out now and it's like a mobile apartment. Maybe you want to live out of hotel rooms and save your money and not feel like you have to be rooted to a physical space. Maybe it's more about being rooted within yourself and rooted to the cosmos. Something my grandmother has always said about me since I was a child is that you're a child of the universe. You're not meant to have roots in one place. So true. Maybe that's true for you as well. Maybe you're not a person who seeks academic acclaim or, the concept of achieving in a scholarly way in a traditional sense isn't something that's for you. Maybe you need to go out and actually learn from a source, meaning studying with indigenous populations. Maybe it's you going off and traveling in order to learn a new skill or a new trade that isn't offered where you currently live. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to make sure that our achievement is about getting that much closer to that which we're called to do. And along the way, enjoy the ride. Something I did this past Friday, I went on a random trip, well, not random, but it was last minute business trip with a friend of mine. And I totally forgot how awesome it is sometimes just to get out of the city that I live in. I know it sounds strange, especially when we're talking about work, but it's so true. Sometimes you just need a change of scenery. Having restaurant options that are not the ones that you're accustomed to seeing on a regular basis. For me personally, I'm a food lover, so being able to eat pancakes with strawberries and roasted figs, oh my goodness, best things ever, y'all. Not an option here where I live, right? And why do I bring that up? Because it reminded me to savor the fact that I'm at a space in my life where I can actually work from any city that I want. I can work remotely, I can travel around, I can soak up new energy, and then share it with all of you. That's an achievement for me. as opposed to needing to get this certification, get this piece of paper, get this, the check, those types of things. Sure, I'm capable of doing them. I have done them. Not really my jam anymore. So ask yourself, what does that mean for you? And how are you going to know in the small moments, right? Those small, treasurable, savorable moments, that it's okay for you to bask in that for a second. Hope that helps. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. If you feel that this is helpful and somebody else could use it, by all means, send it their way. Love and kisses. Keep your gazes forward, y'all.